All right, welcome back everybody. Week 7 here of our high school football show here on WMBF. It is time for Extra Point. We had rivalry games. We had homecomings. We had homecoming rivalry games. Undefeated teams looking to go 7-0. Who would survive another wild Friday night? Let's check this one out. We have Conway up first, I believe. Speaking of grandstand rivals, we'll get to another one of those games in a second. The Conway Tigers made a trip to Carolina Forest to take on the Panthers. First quarter here, Conway showing off the claws early. Quarterback Devin Granger with the nice pass in the middle of the field. Derek Grant for the first down. A few plays later, here's Granger showing off his legs this time and showing off that versatility, making a few Panthers miss and even collide into each other, so he gets another first down. 2 plays later, Granger throwing a little screen pass. This is the one, running back Rodney Huggins. He does the rest, makes 2 Panthers miss. You saw it there, and they just run into each other. Like I said, he goes on to score, so Conway takes the early lead 6-0. And then they take that lead because of a blocked field goal attempt as well. So you might not believe it here, but those would be the only points scored in the first half. One of the reasons being Carolina Forest struggled to move the ball, obviously down the field. The other reason, those things, lots of flags on the field. But in the end, we have such a better game in the second half. It ends up going into overtime, and Carolina Forest wins by 1 point. 28-27 is your final score there. So let's go out to Hartsville now. Myrtle Beach traveled to take on the Red Foxes. Hartsville took the lead here with this one. Quarterback keeper, that's McHenry Douglas, 6-0 Red Foxes. But don't count out Myrtle Beach just yet. Check out the beautiful toss here. Getting Trey Dunn, wide receiver, to Jake Dottie for the score. Look at this, nice catch there. Great awareness by both players. Game's all tied up now. Here comes Hartsville though. Got the kids, they're excited, gotta love that. It's Carmelo McDaniel. He takes the handoff, turns on the Jets right around the corner, speeds through Myrtle Beach's defense for another Red Fox touchdown there. So it's 12-6 Hartsville. Hartsville gonna continue to flex those muscles. I see what you did there. Carmelo on the run again, rinse and repeat, coming up the side. Seahawks defense for another score. That one, because Hartsville destroying Myrtle Beach here. 82 points, am I reading that right? 82 points for Myrtle Beach, 82-42. Talk about some offense in that one. Then we got undefeated 6-0 West Florence on the road at North Myrtle Beach. Hometown team came out to play in this one. This is the game I was at. They get on the board first, so the Chiefs go up 7-0. And maybe we're on an upset alert, but boy, oh boy, that woke the Knights right up. They said no upset today. That's Darren Lloyd, the senior running back. He takes that one in for the equalizer. Then before you can blink, guess who? It's Darren Lloyd again, off to the races. It's 14-7. Then, I guess just watch him score all night, because this turns into a trend, if you can imagine. Then Franklin going right up the middle. You fake it to the other guy. He's already had 2 touchdowns, so he goes up the middle. So it's 20-7. Missed extra point. But yeah, here's Darren Floyd again. Told you. That's a hat trick in some sports, not in football. And that's just in the first half. So they go on, make it 28-10 after a 2-point conversion was good. Then the Knights, they're ranked for a reason. They get the road win, 41-17. And I believe Lloyd ended up with 4, possibly even 5 touchdowns in that one. So let's go to the PD, undefeated, another team. A lot of undefeated teams still kind of left. Took on Wilson. Evan Singletary starts this one off. Bruins off to the fast cut and start. Wilson just cutting through defenders. Sets up South Florence with some nice field position here for the game there. First play for the Bruins. Landers Sellers there. Homecoming king himself connecting with Evan Singletary. One-handed touchdown. Is that a play of the week candidate? Maybe. 7-0. Wilson would turn over on downs, giving it back to South Florence. 5'3" Shaquem Shiloh just racing up that one, popping out. And this one, Lawrence Sellers there, showing off the game running game there. So it's 14-0 Bruins, kind of just like that. Wilson showing sparks on offense, but the Bruins are unbeaten for a reason as well. With this, another touchdown for that quarter. This one, I think you can kind of call it early there. The damage already been done. Bruins shutting out Wilson, 63-0. So So we're going to save the best for last here for our first little thing. We have Corinne McGrath here for our Extra Point Game of the Week. Corinne was at St. James High School for our Game of the Week between the Sharks and the Socastee Braves. Corinne, take it away.
Dave, this was a wild one here tonight, but in the most tame way possible. If you got here late or left early, you missed all of the action. Let's get right into these highlights. St. James enters this game 1-0 in the region, but it's a different story for Socastee, who lost to Sumter last week. A loss tonight for the Braves would be hard to come back from. On Socastee's first offensive possession, the Braves eat up nearly 7 minutes on the clock as they march down the field and end it with this touchdown by quarterback Kadir Scott, and the Braves take the lead. But the Sharks are going to answer right back as quarterback Connor Schwarm finds Ben Sant, who finds room down the sideline, taking it 45 yards and past the goal line for the Sharks touchdown. And it's knotted up at 7 after the first quarter. Score remains 7-7 at the half. It was a slow third quarter, but there was an impressive 48-yard field goal by Daniel Deneen to put the Sharks up 10-7. Fast forward to the last 2 minutes of this game. Scott again calls his own number and sheds the tackles as he takes it 40 yards and into the end zone to give the Braves back the lead. Socastee needed that one. St. James only has a minute and a half to score. Can they do it? On fourth down, Schwarm is looking and he finds Jay Shropshire in the end zone for the touchdown, and that'll do it here tonight. Sharks feast with a 17-14 win.
You guys have been saying all season that there's something really special about this team. What does it mean to now have 2 wins in the region?
Well, it's huge for us. It's something that, you know, we've strived to do. When we came here, we wanted to make the playoffs. This was our first goal. Really, our first goal was to make the program better, and I think we've done that. And then naturally make the playoffs and just go one step at a time now.
And just like that, St. James has 2 region wins under their belt. That's got to feel good as we only have a couple more weeks of the regular season left. Reporting in Murrells Inlet, Corinne McGrath, WMBF Sports.
All righty, thanks, Corinne. We're already halfway there. Where is the time going? But we have plenty of highlights here coming up after the break. We'll be right back in about 3.5 minutes.